So would you say that like the protection of constituents, citizens' personal information is like of paramount importance, right?
Absolutely. Very high priority. You were unaware, but you do have a check just hanging out on the counter here.
I realize that.
Okay.
That's Captain Jack. He put it there.
Okay. You know that it does provide people's personal and private information, just displayed?
Yes, I will tell him that.
All right.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, it's up to you guys to kind of create privacy for the people, and it just laying out there like that for anyone to see.
Thank you for telling me.
It's definitely concerning.
Yeah, because I'm not going to put it on my camera, obviously, but anyone could just take someone's
Thank you for telling me.
information. Do you want me to like flip it over for you?
You don't want it like flipped over?
I will do it.
All right.
I will. So
It
thank
doesn't
you.
seem like a sense of urgency for you. You're just kind of hanging out.
Okay, do you want me to flip it over for you? You don't
No,
even have to
no.
get up. No, you just...
No, I don't want you to touch it. Thank
Okay.
you.
You'd rather somebody else see it? Okay.
Folks, this is why you don't trust the government, because the left hand doesn't know what the right was doing. The left hand says that the privacy and the information of their constituents is of their utmost concern, while the right hand can't get up off their to cover up a check and somebody's personal details. Last year alone, there were over 15 million victims of identity theft. That's about 41,000 victims a day, or about a victim every 14 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if a very large percentage of that came from the Athol Town Hall. Here's some stats for you. 33% of U.S. citizens have experienced identity theft. The FTC handled 2.2 million fraud reports in 2020. 1 million child identity theft incidents occurred in 2020. And every million year, like I said, 15 million Americans have become the victims of identity theft. Identity theft cost people in the U.S. $56 billion in 2020 alone. 2.2 million fraud reports were filed in 2020. Someone becomes the victim of identity fraud every 14 seconds. There have been over 14 victims since the beginning of this video. Identity theft affected 0.6% of the population in 2020. 33% of Americans have been the victim of identity theft. Credit card is the most common kind of identity theft. People active on social media are more likely to have their details stolen. Pay close attention, folks, because this is my absolute favorite. Most stolen identities were used to apply for government documents and benefits in 2020. Ain't that something? What a bunch of facts. That most of the time your identity's stolen, it's used to apply for government documents. At least we're cutting out the middleman, because if they allow you to have your identity stolen from their government building, then at least it gets recycled super fast back into their government building. But we should have no fear, because the town of Athol, as they've explained, well, their number one priority is protecting your identity. Not so much theirs, but mine, because I've gone through great lengths to make sure that none of those personal details are in this video. Should we say Athol or hole? You let me know. Watch your whole video, enjoy, and subscribe to Bananarana. That's the reason I stopped you today.
What's going on, guys? We're at the Athol Town Hall. Wonder if everything's up to date here. All our stickers are good. Oh yeah, it looks good. Okay. Can't remember if I did this place. I think this is a revisit, guys. Oh, you're holding the door for us. Just trying to tell everyone before we get in there. Oh, she's going up the stairs, son of a gun. Oh, she went over here. come in. All right, perfect.
Hi,
Hey, how are you?
good. Can I help you?
I just came to take a look around. How's it going, man?
Going.
What's your name?
I'm Captain Jack. How you doing?
Are you with the paramedics?
Yeah, I'm the fire department.
Oh, you guys are the good guys. We like the fire department.
Good guys, yeah.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
I like the fire guys.
Cool.
They do good stuff. You guys having a good day?
Yeah. How about you?
Can't complain. All right. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Take it easy.
Building pattern?
It might look more familiar on the second floor.
Wonder if they realize they just have a check, somebody's check just got note on their counter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You want to tell them?
I was going to.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
didn't know if I should.
Yeah. Banana Rihanna is doing something they were unable to do. She's protecting someone's personal and private information. 'Cause they're duty holders.
Bye-bye.
I'm not sure if you were unaware, but you do have a check just hanging out on the counter here.
I realize that.
Okay.
That's Captain Jack. He put it there.
Okay,
Okay.
you know that it does provide people's personal and private information just
Yes,
displayed?
I will tell him that.
All right,
Thank you.
because, I mean, it's up to you guys to kind of create privacy for the people, and it just laying out there like that for anyone to see.
Thank you for telling me.
It's definitely concerning.
Yeah, because I'm not going to put it on my camera, obviously, but anyone could just take someone's
Thank you for telling me.
information.
I'll
Do you want me to
let
like flip it
Captain Jack
over
know.
for you?
You don't want it like flipped over?
I will do it.
All
I
right.
will. So
It
thank
doesn't
you.
seem like a sense of urgency for you. You're just kind of
Mhm.
hanging out.
Okay, do you want me to flip it over for you? You don't
No,
even have to
no.
get up. No, you just.
No, I don't want you to touch it. Thank
Okay.
you.
You'd rather somebody else see it? Okay. See, we were like, now you seem kind of aggravated with us.
I'm
No.
just trying to do
We're
you a
just-
favor
No.
because that's somebody's personal information.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I mean, I wouldn't even have it close enough
I
for someone to
wouldn't-
just be able to grab whenever they want either, but
I wouldn't either, but
What
you
do
know
I
what? Nana brings out the passive aggressive in people. Like, she's like, she has this passive aggressive magnet where she's able to. I think I have been here before. I think I was here with Hippie before. Oh, only employees are allowed in the town. I have been here. That's why there's signs in every single fucking thing.
well, that's pretty.
Hello.
Hi.
Guys got some cool new signs up on the doors, huh?
Yeah.
Did you put those up since the last time I was here?
We try to update them. I know the appointment, the vacancies has been updated since the last time you were here, probably.
All right, excellent. You guys at the town clerk's office, I know you got a lot of hard work. You got to process a whole bunch of information. So would you say that like the protection of constituents, citizens' personal information is like of paramount importance, right?
Absolutely.
Very high priority.
So we go out of our way to make sure that we don't get like anyone's personal information, but she found a little something downstairs. You want to tell them?
So, what office was that?
It was the
building-
building inspector's office.
Okay.
So right down there, and I didn't catch the lady's name, but there's just a check just hanging out on the counter, like literally right here, like in reach of anybody. And then I tried to, let her know, hey, like, that's somebody's personal private information just displayed openly on the countertop. It's up to you guys to create that privacy for people. And she's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. And just was sitting there. And I was like, well, like, if it were me, I wouldn't just want this just blasted everywhere.
Maybe the next people that come in aren't like law-abiding citizens with cameras.
Right,
Maybe
so
there's somebody else with
Well,
cameras.
no, I mean that
there's
I'm
just-
sure it was an oversight, but
Well, what was
but-
scary to me is that when
Right.
we pointed it out, she just continued to sit there, and I was like, "Well, he was like, would you like us to turn it over, like?" And then honestly, I was just very blunt about it. I was like, "Are you gonna come up here and just remove it from just anybody to see. And it took like some really like convincing to like
Yeah,
try
to get
and
her
create
to
her
flip
the
up.
privacy
There's
for
somebody
somebody.
in their office who they know, maybe she recognizes, maybe she doesn't, but they know that we have like reach, right? But if someone comes in your office with a camera, and the first thing that's there is a check with someone's bank number, routing
Right.
number, all the things people need, right? And like I said, what if it wasn't law-abiding citizens with camera? What if it was anybody else? At that point, I'd be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Small town, maybe they're not normally worried about that, but I would do it. What I wouldn't do is be totally frustrated and then super passive aggressive
Yeah.
in the handling of the situation.
Okay, well, we can certainly, I can certainly pass that on to our town manager.
Yeah, just
to make
'cause she
sure
didn't-
that everyone is aware of that, because, you know, no, that information should not be out. So.
Right. And what was concerning most to me is the sense of urgency. Like she wasn't aware at the time that it was there. But once she became aware, there was no sense of urgency to like hide that from people. And that's important, you know, like people are
Yeah, we were
providing
putting
sensitive
her
information to
out.
you guys and
Was
yeah, we were putting her out to ask her if she would like to move it somewhere else so that people just didn't see people's information. So
You are correct. If
Yeah.
the information, you know, obviously there is a certain information that should be.
yeah, obviously, I mean, you know, obviously our cameras or just our presence was inconveniencing her, but that shouldn't take away from her duty to make sure that there was private information that stayed private.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Well, no, thank you for coming in and letting us know.
Yeah, no problem.
Sometimes just, it's a good reminder for all of us. So,
Yeah,
you know.
that's what I think too. So thank you so much for being
No,
so
thank
pleasant.
you.
have a great day, ladies.
Great day, ladies.
Smells good. There he comes. Hey, how are you?
Thanks.
I was just checking in. I wanted to see if I can get your name and if you could tell me your position here.
Patrick McIntyre, tax collector and town treasurer.
See, that's how easy it was.
I'm-
Super nice.
I know, and you know what though? I think that he had some delicious, maybe a little late lunch.
I smell chicken
did.
noodle
It
soup.
made
No, turkey meatloaf.
I was gonna say it smells
It's
more
my
like
weakness.
a stroganoff or
It's-
something.
No, it's my weakness.
Had to do it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Turkey meatloaf
I
is
can't
like.
eat beef. My wife and I are of, what you call it, hooves and so it's just turkey and chicken. So
Yeah.
I've had turkey meatloaf before. Some people don't realize how good it is.
it's really, and she made it really well this time.
You're a jerk, you know that? Come on,
Made you
throw
hungry
it.
now, huh?
No, you did. Threw the turkey meatloaf in my face.
Turkey burgers are good.
Yeah.
Turkey dogs, all that stuff.
I like turkey tips sometimes too.
Oh, those
Turkey
are good.
tips are real good. You know what the best way to do turkey tips? Take Ken's Italian dressing and add a little bit of Coca-Cola, you know, and then
Oh, okay.
pierce the meat a little bit. But once you do that, the Ken's dressing seasons it really well. The acidity in the Coca-Cola like makes it just super tender.
When we did eat beef and pork, I used to make a mean pulled pork with Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper is.
There was actually for a while there was a
Mary.
Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce.
What is
There
that?
was.
Find it-
I can't find it anymore.
No.
I know.
See, I prefer like Mr. Pibb, you know, because he might have not got a PhD, but he sure worked hard to be extra.
He did.
You know?
He did work hard to be extra, like you.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to meet you, man. Have a great day.
Thank
You too.
It does smell great in here. We need.
It does, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
His wife's making a mean meatloaf. That's what she's doing.
I think I need to find a recipe for a turkey meatloaf.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sounds bomb.
I would actually love to have some turkey meatloaf.
I make my delicious mixture of mashed potatoes to go with it.
We'll use room 16 entrance. Town manager. They'll return at 11:35. It's 11:35. They must have taken off early for the day. Not a bad hit. Lisa, she's the principal.
Hello.
Hello, I got to the principal, sent to the principal's office.
Well, you're in the wrong building for that.
Oh, you're the
I'm
principal
not that
assessor.
important.
We just
Thank
came
you
in
for
to
ya.
say hi.
I
Hi.
was going to say hi. You are speedy.
I am.
Yeah, you
Oh
move
my
like a
God.
spider
You
monkey.
know,
I know.
I am always like that. It's
Get your
Good and
steps
bad.
in. No, it's good. I don't see how that's bad at all. Yeah.
When I slow down, I'll probably die.
No, don't say that.
Town manager took off early today?
He's
We
not
came
here
to see-
today, yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
had a meeting, I know he had to leave early.
Okay.
And his assistant's got that bug thing that's going around, so we don't want her in the
Ew.
building.
No,
Yeah, keep her out of
Keep her
here.
out.
Yeah, keep the assistant.
Thanks very much.
Have a good day.
You too.
Nice.
Okay, so they
She said she got a bug.
Huh?
Oh, no, but I think the assistant.
Oh, no, oh,
Town
yeah,
manager.
yeah.
Yeah, no. No. We like you. No. You don't have a bug.
No, I do not.
Hey, so we're in Athol. Let me ask you, Athol. Let me ask you a question. I know you know what I'm about to ask. Is it like a term of endearment to be like, you know what, you're being a real Athol? Is that a?
Is that a dad joke? No.
No. Well, it's a dad joke, but also a serious question. Is that like a thing that's done in Athol? Because if I lived here, I'd be like, you know what, you're being a real Athol.
I'm gonna be honest.
Am I right? Do you use that?
We've passed.
Have you heard people say that before?
I missed the start of your comment.
Like, hey, you're being a real Athol today.
Yeah, that makes me sad when people say that.
But they do say it.
Because it's a great town.
It is a great town. I just didn't know what people said it.
Well, we were on the freeway or highway or whatever it is that you call it out here, and we were driving down and we saw the sign for Athol.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we saw the sign, right? And it opened up my eyes, and I said, "You're a big Athol."
Yeah, she did. And then one of the kids said, "Are you in Athol, Dad?" And I said, "No, I'm not. We're not in Athol right now."
No, because it's funny because there's a town it's in Idaho. No, Idaho.
Is it Iowa?
No, Idaho. I think it's Idaho, but it's Athol.
Shares the same name,
but
okay.
it's the same name. But they say Athol. And so it
Right.
almost sounds like they're saying with an E. It's like
Right.
it's like Ethel, but it's like what? I'm like no Ethel.
I mean, it's a great
They're like,
conversation starter
but
as long as you're
it's-
not calling anyone
Yeah.
an
No.
Athol.
Exactly. No. That's
Because I'm a proud Atholian.
yes.
You know. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if I was an Athol.
I'm gonna take me and my Athol this way.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. That'll do it.
Have a wonderful day. You as well.
Such a good one.
Just go over and make everyone happy.
We're exiting the Athol.
I'm taking my Athol this way. The Athol is leaving the building.
The Athol has left the building. Oh,